The wind ensemble repertoire is filled with masterworks. Some might even say war horses, and we certainly have a piece that always, though, just cranks up the audience here. Tell us about this piece, and also the composer's kind of exciting too.
Right. Yes, Ingolf Dahl. This is his concerto for alto saxophone and wind orchestra. He composed this for the very famous saxophonist Sigurd Rascher back in 1949, and he wrote the piece. It was commissioned, I believe, by Mr. Rascher, and it was going to be performed by the University of Illinois Band, which was a huge concert band of 120 musicians. And when the piece was performed the first time, Mr. Dahl wasn't very happy with it. It was about a 45-minute long virtuosic piece, but he felt like it didn't work, and the elements of the piece and the balances, there were some things about it that didn't work. So he completely revised the piece. And in 1953, it was then the Concerto for Alto Saxophone and Wind Orchestra rather than the Concerto for Alto Saxophone and Concert Band. And that's the version that will be performed and has been performed ever since by virtually every classical saxophonist who has ever come along. And we're very fortunate to have Timothy McAllister back with us. He's appeared with us before as a soloist 2 seasons ago. And he is an absolutely stunning virtuoso. And the way he plays this piece is absolutely brilliant. So I know our audience is going to love hearing him perform and be with us again.
When you think about a season, or you think about putting together concerts, I mean, that's got to be a humbling and enormous responsibility, I would think, and yet you have to go with your heart, yes?
Sure. Yeah, but I don't take lightly the fact that in some cases, and I think any conductor, music director, plays the role of tastemaker a little bit, because you're selecting pieces that, in some cases, the audience with which they may not be familiar, or in some cases they're very familiar, and how to mix and match those pieces, make an interesting program. I mean, that is one of the things that hopefully you get it right most of the time, but you realize that sometimes you try something, maybe it doesn't work so well. But I know everyone's going to enjoy hearing Timothy McAllister play the Concerto for Alto Saxophone and Wind Orchestra. That one was a bit of a no-brainer.
A no-brainer.
Right.
And that's that kind of energy that really puts together the Dallas Wind Symphony season in such a way that there's nothing like it. You know, that's always what I tell people. If you want excitement, if you want fire, if you want to leave with the kind of energy you didn't even know a group could put together, you know, that's the concerts here.
You know, we left one of the concerts at the end of last season, and my good friend John Gibson, we had played a piece of his on the program and several other composers, and he said at the end, he said, you know, where else would you ever hear these pieces played on the same program? You certainly wouldn't hear them any other place in town. So, you know, it does offer a unique opportunity, and that's why it's exciting, and that's why I love it, and I look forward to this concert and also beginning again the next season, and we just keep the cycle going, you know.
Yeah, and make the music.
Absolutely.